How you doing, guys? I'm here to talk about dating today, and first off, I just want to give credit where credit's due. I did not come up with the bulk of this information. I got the most of my information from Breakaway Ministries and Ben Stewart down there in A&M. Definitely podcast them. They got a really cool ministry down there. So let's get to it. Let's talk about dating. All right, so as a Christian, my main goal is to find another Christian. That is your number one thing. You don't date non-believers because as a believer, my whole goal in life is to give God glory. So when I eat my cereal in the morning, I give Him glory. When I drink my coffee in the morning, I give Him glory. When I go to college, I get a degree so I can give Him glory. I get married so I can give Him glory. Everything I do is giving Him glory. But as a non-believer, my goal is not to give Him glory. My goal is to give myself glory, saying that I did this, I did this, I can do it myself. So if you get a non-believer and a believer together, they pull at different ways, and either it snaps the relationship, or one pulls the other to the other side. And if you pull the other person to become a Christian, that's not on you. That's not your wisdom. That's the grace of God. You're in direct violation of 2 Corinthians and what God has said in the Bible. So don't give yourself glory for that. Thank God. We don't want just a Christian. We want a morally submitted Christian. What does that look like? John 14:15, Jesus said, if you love me, you will follow my commands. So we know what His basic commands are. We know His top 10. We know that there's other ones in there, but what are His big ones? Let's look at the big ones. Matthew 22:37 through 40 says, the greatest commandment is to love the Lord with all your heart, soul, and mind, and to love your neighbor as yourself. So when you're looking for a spouse, these are the things you want to look for. You want to look for a man who is after the heart of God, who has a passion for God, who loves God. And the way you see it is by the way he speaks and by the way he acts, what he does, how he serves people. You want a guy whose mind is constantly on God, who constantly wants to figure out something new, who's in the Bible looking up things, saying, hey, these are the qualities of God. These are the things I've seen of God, who looks up apologetics and figures out, hey, can we prove God by science and by logic? You want to see how they treat people. Is this girl kind to other people? How does she take care of kids? These are things you want to think about when entering a relationship. Now, those first two that I gave you, those are commandments, and you have to do those. If you're not doing that, you're in direct violation of the Bible. So don't do it. But there are some rules that I'm going to give you that aren't exactly dead on, straight. You have to do that. For example, one, you want to find someone running at the same pace as you. So I'm a Christian, and if I want to go die in another country, go serve and be a martyr, I don't want to date somebody who just wants to find a Bible study. If they have time, and there's nothing wrong with either one of them. But they're running at two different paces, and one's going to stress out the other. And it's going to put tension on the relationship. It's either going to snap, or one's going to be always stressed. All right, so one of the things we want to do is we want to find someone who's going in the same direction as you. So if you have a guy who's from Podak Town in or West Texas, and he's a farmer, and you have a girl who's from Dallas, and she's from the city, we can make it work. It'll work, but someone's got to compromise. If he wants to go back and be a farmer and she wants to live in the city, I mean, she can either go that way or he can come that way, but they can't go both. And it may put a little strain on the marriage, but it can work. So the next thing I want to talk about is physical attraction, what they look like. And it's last on purpose because it's not that important. But it is important. You don't want to wake up to them every morning for the rest of your life and want to vomit. That's not something you want. And don't hear me say that someone is not beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. Every single woman, every single man is beautiful. And let me tell you why. Because they were made in the image of God. And so for me to not call someone beautiful is to call God ugly. And I'm not doing that. But I am saying that there are some girls that I'm just not physically attracted to. And there's some guys some girls that aren't physically attracted to me, and that's okay. But I want to find someone who I am physically attracted to. It will help with the romance. It will help me fall head over heels for her, or vice versa, her for me. So I've given you a basic list. If you want to go deeper, I really suggest you podcast Breakaway Ministries, Ben Stewart, Sex and Dating Part 1 and 2. He is legit. He'll go a lot deeper. He'll go more into it than I actually have a chance. Mine's basic surface stuff. But I will be giving 3 more blogs about dating. And the next 2 will be on what's attractive in a guy or a girl. Y'all have a nice day, guys.